sharing with you another review, and this time it is going to be on the highly anticipated and annoyingly sold out Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. This is by Morphe Brushes, so I'm going to just kind of review the palette and then let you guys know when it's going to be available for purchase again. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I ordered the palette from Morphe Brushes. This is from Morphe Brushes. It came out on New Year's Day, and unfortunately it got sold out really fast. They were having kind of glitches with the system on people kind of like overloading the server, so it took us a few times to try to purchase this palette. For me it took 3 hours, but I watched TV while the pages loaded, so it didn't take me, you know, a lot of time out of my day or anything. So unfortunately right now the palette is sold out, but Morphe Brushes announced that they're going to be reselling the palette so that everyone has a chance to be able to get this limited edition palette. You can check out their Instagram. I'll leave their Instagram down below, and they said that if you check on their Instagram, they will announce when it is going to be for sale again, and they said sometime in February. So I don't know anything more than that other than to sign up for their Instagram, just kind of hang out, maybe stalk it every day in February to see when it's going to come out. They'll make an announcement and let you know when it is available for purchase again. So let's get into the palette. It came in this just kind of, you know, universal paper packaging. It says Jaclyn Hill's Favorites, and then has Morphe Brushes on the back. And then on the very back of this, it has a picture of Jaclyn, which is so gorgeous. And then it lets you know kind of just a little bit about her collaboration with this and kind of what is going to be in the palette. So for Morphe Brushes, they have this packaging for most of their palettes. It just is this kind of like plastic, very thin and slim packaging. And this palette comes with 28 eyeshadows. Now guys, I have one of the shadows that are broken in here. Luckily, every single shadow in this palette you can purchase singularly. So it's not like all of these are limited edition shades. It's just her own collection set in a palette. So one of mine broke and I contacted them and they're going to be sending me out a new one. But the box that it came in was like a box this big. And then it came with all those like little, I don't know what they're called. They're like little like weird packaging sponges or noodles or whatever those are. And then it was wrapped in bubble wrap and then inside of this. So I don't know how it broke in the packaging because it's the best packaging I've ever seen for a palette. But one of them did break and they are sending me out a new one. So this is what the palette looks like. It is definitely a very Jaclyn Hill palette. It's got a bunch of really gorgeous kind of nude and natural tones in here, as well as what she's famous for, some really great warm shadows that just kind of change the look of an eye. And Jaclyn Hill really loves to do kind of warmer orangey transition shades. So she had a few of those put in this palette, as well as some really pretty kind of like pinky, some purples, one emerald green shade, and then a few of your kind of darker colors, as well as these really beautiful kind of like purpley browns down here. It is 28 shadows, like I said, and this whole palette is $28, and then you have to pay for shipping and handling on top of that. The palette comes with some kind of like satin shades, matte shades, as well as some of these like glittery or more like metallic-y shades. Everything in here, I normally compare things to like MAC and Makeup Geek, so I would say that this is like a step up above, like MAC and Makeup Geek are a step, up above this, but the price of this is like unbelievable. It's so cheap for the quality and the price put together. This palette is really insane for what you get. So I'm really happy with everything that I've tried. I think I've tried everything except for maybe this one, and this one. So there's only about 3 shadows that I haven't used since I've had this palette, because I've had it for, let's see, what's today, the 21st? I think I got it like the 8th or something like that. So I've been trying it out for a few weeks and really utilizing this palette to make sure that I can give you guys a good review on what I think is good and what's not. So everything from the, like these shadows right here, and I'll be having swatches for you guys, so I'll pull that up in a little bit. But the matte shades are really nice and creamy. I feel like they go on the eyes really well. These tend to have a little bit of dust kick up when you are using them, which is kind of typical for really soft and like buttery type of shadows, and that's what these are. Like I said, everything from the matte shadows to these more like metallic-y shadows. They're so pigmented and really gorgeous. And this is the first makeup that I purchased from Morphe brushes because I didn't really know the quality and I was like, I don't know. So I think this was kind of a good little like small investment because it's so inexpensive to try these shadows out, and I'm really impressed. And I would love to build a few of my own palettes with these shadows because they are really, really, really amazing, especially if you're wanting to get something that's a little bit on the like cheaper side, even if Makeup Geek is still a little too expensive for you, because $5 for each shadow does add up fast. But for these, I think they're single pans, don't quote me, but I think it's like $2 to $3 a piece, and when you put it together in here, they're all $1 a piece. So $1 for an eyeshadow is really inexpensive. So I will be doing swatches at the end of this, right after I just say my kind of final thoughts on it. I think that this is a great collection. I love that Jaclyn Hill was able to make something with Accompanying. I think it's awesome because as YouTubers, I want to just be able to like support and just kind of help each other out, and even if us smaller channels can do something in that, I think that's awesome. And I'm always going to tell you guys my honest opinion of how I feel. I am a makeup artist. I do this on, as a professional level, so I work with a lot of different brands because my makeup kit is my own custom design kit, and I put in there what I want to be in there. So I get to work with a lot of different makeup palettes, brands, all kinds of different things, airbrush systems, things like that. So I feel like I kind of have a good idea, especially because we got a lot of makeup sent to us, obviously, to try out and review. And for me, I purchased this one with my own money. It was bought by me, and I feel like it's a really great palette. And here are the swatches going from the top row to the bottom. You can just see the pigmentation in these beautiful kind of like orangey transition shades. They're gorgeous. And then it goes down into a lot of your neutrals with a really beautiful bright gold on the end. And then into some pinky kind of warmer brown tones. And then on the very bottom, we have a little bit more pinks and a green. And I wanted to show you a swatch. Look at how pigmented that is in just one swatch. You can just see the pigmentation on this is incredible. I hope that a lot of you guys can get your hands on this. So stay tuned. Check out their Instagram. Follow them. Follow Jaclyn Hill if you're not, because if you're not, you're crazy. She does amazing looks. And you can kind of tone them down a little bit like I do, because some of them are just like a lot for me because I'm not that much of a... you guys see me. I like to wear a lot of lips, and that's about it. So yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys! If you want to hang out with me for a little while longer, go ahead and click the link in the description box below to see how to get this really gorgeous side swept updo, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!